Hello everyone, thank you for watching this video. My name is Kyle from Metanoia. You're probably wondering, what is a metanoia? Well, there's a few definitions for this, but my personal favourite is the journey of changing one's heart, mind, self, or way of life. This couldn't have come for me at a better time. For the past, I'd say about 5 years, I've been involved in many self-destructive habits. I've experienced a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, and I just generally haven't enjoyed life. But for the past 3 weeks, roughly, things have just suddenly changed for me at like the flick of a switch. Um, I've gone from smoking cannabis every day, smoking cigarettes every day, eating 8 chocolate bars before bed, not exercising, not looking after myself, being involved with loads of negative influences and friends that didn't really properly care for me, working a job that I absolutely hate, to someone who now meditates at least once a day, does yoga, I'd say most days. I've been vegan, I've gone vegan. Um, I've started caring about the people around me a bit more. I've started putting myself first. I've started loving my family more, and just generally changing a leaf. And I can't really put my finger on what has changed. I mean, it was a long time building up. During those 5 years, I always knew deep within myself that there was something more for me, and I kind of felt like, although I was digging myself a hole, um, good things were always coming. I never lost faith, I suppose. I mean, there were many times where I'd be laying in bed and I'd just lay there all day because I felt like I couldn't move. I felt like I didn't have anyone to talk to. Um, I felt like none of my friends or family would truly understand what I was going through. I'd sit there crying sometimes, I'm not even going to lie. That's how bad it got, basically. And yeah, I kind of feel like the whole time that was brewing up for what I'm now experiencing. Um, I can't tell you exactly what's changed in my brain because I don't even know myself. There were many um, stages that I'd gone through in the past where I tried forcing myself to change, but it never quite followed through. There was one time where I went to university, and I said to myself, "This was it. This is the time I'm going to quit smoking drugs." And then I went there, and I was probably, I don't know, I probably carried on for like 2 weeks during freshers, and then I stopped, and then for about 4 weeks, and then I relapsed, and then just like I just fell straight back into old habits, and that was probably like one of the biggest points of like where I was self-loathing because I was just so, I built up such a negative persona of myself that I just I didn't like who I was. I couldn't stand looking in the mirror. Like, can you believe that? I'm sure many people experience the same kind of emotions, but when it's just you inside your head upstairs, then it can be a very lonely place, especially if you don't like yourself. So the point that I'm getting across is that now I'm not thinking about all the things that have happened in the past. Back when I'd always see if I was like, if I'd say to myself every night, I'm going to stop smoking weed tomorrow, and then it gets to tomorrow and I'd carry on smoking, and I couldn't quite figure out. I was like, why can't I stop smoking? And I'm not really too sure how I have stopped, to be honest. Apart from I just stopped doing it. Like, it's as simple as that. There's no, oh, I'll stop tomorrow. It's I'll stop now. You lose your power if you put it into. You lose your power if you're always thinking in the past. So you have to take control of your life right now, and I suppose that's what's changed. And I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I think it was yesterday or the day. It was the day before. Um, I was a bit like, oh God, I kind of want to go and smoke some weed. And I thought to myself, and I was like, do you know what? You've had such a shit life for the past 3 years. You've been soaking in self-loathing. You've been your own worst enemy. Smoking weed doesn't make you happy. It just temporarily makes you feel high. So it puts you in like a never-ending repeating cycle. Why the hell would you want to do that? And you're going to spend your money on some shit that you don't even need. Like, to be honest, I'm past that stage now. It's done. It's it's something that I don't even want to associate myself with. All the friends that I've been hanging around with for the last few years who do that kind of thing, I've cut off from my life for now, because I'm not saying it was their fault, but I mean, if you're hanging around with the same people that are doing the same things, then the chances of you doing it is a lot higher. So the point I'm making is turning your negatives into positives. I definitely wouldn't recommend, if you want to change your life for the better, I definitely wouldn't recommend, um, going round and round in self-destructive habits and then learning your lesson. Because truth be told, I probably learnt the same lesson many times, but I just chose to ignore it every time. There was many times where I could have come out of that hole, I guess, but I chose not to. Truth be told, I still don't feel ready to fulfill all my dreams and stuff, but I have realised that you're never going to be able to fulfill your dreams unless you sort your shit out. Because if you're sitting there smoking drugs when you get home from work, and you're working a job that you hate, and you're just doing all these things that aren't serving you, then how the hell are you going to fulfill your dreams? You need to get your stuff together and then do it. So the point I'm trying to get across is, I'm rambling a little bit, I do apologise, is instead of looking at your past and thinking of regrets, thinking of sorrow, and thinking of it negatively, use it as fuel to burn your ambition, to make you want to achieve success. Whatever success is to you. Success could be being happy, it could be financially stable, it could be, having a family, whatever your idea of success is. Don't look back on your past and think, oh, I regret everything. Look back and think of them as lessons, because life's all about lessons. And to be honest, if you don't learn the lesson, then it's going to keep coming around anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to turn this into like a kind of series kind of thing, because for someone like me who's been doing self-destructive habit, or like living such a self-destructive life for like 5 years, it's going to take me, I should imagine, I don't know, maybe like 3 to 6 months to I don't know how long it would be exactly, but it's going to take a long time to change who I've been, to change who I want to be. Which is going to be a never-ending process, but at the moment I'm still battling with old thought patterns, and there's only so much that will keep going on for, and then it will come out for the better. So I think I'm going to keep just recording these and documenting it, and hopefully along the line somewhere I can inspire someone who might be in a similar position to do the same thing. Because a lot of people said to me, I remember one of my parents said to me once that I'm never going to be a success in life. Like, to me, that really hit home. I was like, bam. That was when I was about 18, and I was like, you know what? One day I'm going to prove you wrong. And it's been like 4 or 5 years later, and it's now only starting. I'm now only starting to realise that is going to become a reality. I'm feeling confident again. I'm getting my mojo back a little bit, I suppose. Anyway. If you're still with me at this point, I appreciate it so much, because I'm just a nobody right on YouTube, like just sharing their problems out, you know what I mean? So if you're still listening to this, I really, really, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'd appreciate it if you'd leave me a comment down below. I really want to get connecting with some people and talking to some people. That'd be great. Yeah, if you want to see some more, subscribe, hit me a like if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.